Last week, I made a huge mistake. I was on Auto Trader. I found the cheapest AMG GTS I have ever seen for sale at £35,000, and I posted it on my Instagram story. And that right there was the mistake. I'd messaged Lillian Stanley Finance, I'd got finance quotes, but before I bought the car, I accidentally made it famous, meaning someone got there before me, and they have now put it back on Auto Trader at £5,000 higher than what it was originally for sale at. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Supercars of London, up at Baytree Prestige and Performance, where I've taken the 2-hour drive to head up here for a little bit of car shopping. And today we're going to be meeting up with Chris, who owns Baytree, and Matt from Lillian Stanley Finance is also here to talk us through some of the cars that are in stock here and what those monthly payments look like. So today, very much car shopping with a little bit of educational finance guidance from Lillian Stanley Finance. So let's head inside, meet up with Matt, check out some of the unbelievable stock. Some of the colours inside are incredible. Now, as I pan my camera to the colourful corner, we find Matt. Can you stand away from the 430s, please?
Can't help it. Having two great examples literally next to each other. Always been a dream car of mine, so
good to see you.
Two cars.
Yeah.
How we doing?
I really like this one because it's not got a front number plate. It's got the challenge style wheels. It's also got the carbon rear. It's got the Crema hoops. This one, Rosso Scuderia rear. This one, Rosso Corsa.
Yeah, you can tell the difference between the two.
Yeah, well, there you go. There's the slightly orangier red, which I think is Sam's Challenge Stradale colour. And then the Corsa, obviously, the classic colour. That neon yellow Turbo S. Well, obviously it's BTS, it's not black or grey. It's pretty special, as is everything else that we have here. We've got 3 STOs. 1, 2, 3.
We do.
And today we have highlighted 4 cars, right?
Yep.
That Lillian Stanley, over the last 24 hours, you've looked into some of the numbers per month. Now the viewers can have a little guess as we walk around which cars they are. I think now with the Artura and the way McLaren are going, it looks a little bit dated now, the sports series.
Yeah, it's showing its age, I think, isn't it? Especially
well,
when you put it up against the other.
When you look at it next to a 430, which is what, a 2008 car, the coupe's 2005, I think.
Yep, 2005.
Coming up to 20 years old.
It's incredible, really. It still looks so modern and fresh, even amongst everything else that's in there.
Stop trying to sell me the 430. I know that's what you're trying to do today. But yeah, 720S, very, very cool. We've got 2 very special, what I would class as modern classics at the front.
Yep, the McLaren there, and then the GTS. Again, both look really, really good value. Fun, really good as well. So,
well, let's have a look at another car that is great value, the DBS.
DBS, yep, pick that one out. Again, quite an unusual colour. These look really, really good value in the current market.
Actually, I just want to see the price of this 488.
159.
Yeah, because they've kind of matched 458 prices now in the market, where people still want that naturally aspirated V8 versus the twin turbo. This obviously much faster.
Yep.
And probably more dailyable.
I think it's that little bit more modern as well in comparison to the 458. But again. Price point, they look really, really good at the moment. 488s do.
So yeah, DBS, one of my favourite cars, and really like my driving style as well. This is the first time that I've gone car shopping without a short list of cars that I like. I'm like, look, I really want one of these. Usually I sell a car because I want another one.
Yep.
This is the first time I'm selling a car and I've got a blank canvas. Now, before I came down here, I did post on Instagram stories to say that I'm looking around the 60 to 75 grand price point, definitely sub 100 grand. And right here is a £90,000 Ferrari 430 Spider, which is Matt's favourite car. It's your dream car, so we're gonna start here. I'm open to suggestions. I'm also open to deals. So we'll start with the 430. Matt, would you like to take this away? A 2008.
2008.
90 grand 430. Looks like
So, £10,000 deposit,
Yep.
£1,000 a month, and you can be driving away in an F430.
Okay. Probably like an entry level Ferrari. Does the age of this car help or hinder it when it comes to finance?
I would certainly say help it,
Okay.
because no one can predict the market.
Yeah.
But I think F430s look really good. I can't see that values are going to drop dramatically when you look at how the 360s performed.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's younger sibling as such.
What do you think if Lewis Hamilton was to win the World Championship next year with Ferrari?
Who knows what could happen?
What the value of this car would do?
It could become even more desirable than it is sat here today.
Because when you look at Ferraris and potentially limited edition Porsches, things like that,
Yep.
you look at the purchase price, 90 grand. 10 grand in, £1,000 a month, there or thereabouts, over a 4-year term.
Yep.
If after 2 years you wanted to sell it, if after a year you wanted to sell it, you could sell it.
Yep.
The chances are you're probably going to sell it for 90 grand.
You'd like to hope so. Again,
Yeah.
we can't predict the market. A lot of our customers opt to do that. So it could just be that it's a tick in the box. They want an F430, they want a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, whatever it might be. Have it for a couple of years, move on to something else. So absolutely feasible to think that could happen.
It's usually what I tend to do, and it's why when I'm car shopping, I try and do my research into depreciation.
Yep.
Something like the 570S maybe now has started to slow from a depreciation perspective, but they were obviously falling quite hard, as were 720S's when they were new. That's when you can start getting yourself in a situation where your monthly payments aren't necessarily paying off the depreciation as quick as you would like, which is why that future value is there as a balloon payment to try and help that middle bit.
It makes driving a car, such as many of these in here, a lot more affordable with the use of that balloon. And again, as you were saying there about the values, it's sometimes you can look at something and not realise how actually affordable it can be. Right,
From the 430, which is a modern classic Ferrari of 2008, to a McLaren 12C, the first road car from McLaren Automotive since the McLaren F1. Unbelievable value for money, honestly. I remember my first supercar road trip, I was in my R8 V8, one of the guys had a 12C, and I fell in love with it. And since then, I've kind of forgotten about it. Until now, I feel like it's aging incredibly well. Yes, the reliability is probably going to be quite similar to that of a 15 to 20-year-old Italian. Older cars. You never know with McLaren, so I wanted to get some finance quotes on this, considering it's a 64 grand car. I cannot believe how good it looks for 64 grand.
It's a lot of car for £64,000.
Pretty much 10 grand more than my R8, but this would absolutely destroy that.
Yeah, very quick car, very capable car, massive car, as you said, in McLaren's kind of history.
I think this is going to do well value-wise.
Yeah, so 4-year term.
Yep.
£10,000 deposit.
Yep.
£36,000 balloon.
Yep.
You can drive this away for £700 a month.
Wait, so they think at the end of the 4-year term this car's going to be worth 36 grand?
That's the balloon that the lender's given.
Yeah.
Again, market conditions, there's many impacting factors, but yeah, it's that's the numbers we've got.
What I would say is, getting into something like this, I didn't realise it's got brown interior.
Yeah, that's brown interior.
Lovely. What that means is when you put the deposit down, you're funding the bit between the deposit and the balloon.
Yeah.
So the monthly payments might look expensive for a £64,000 car, but what I see is a little bit of man math. The chances are when you come to sell this car, you will get quite a lot of your money back that you've put in through those monthly payments.
Yep, you'll have paid off capital rather than just interest in some circumstances, which can only put you in a better position in the future, no matter what the values do, really. You're always going to be in a better position by paying off capital. As Matt heads over to the other side of the showroom as we pick out our final car, I want to have a quick look at the Ferraris once again, because the idea of owning a Ferrari into 2025 as Lewis Hamilton doths the red ovals of the Ferrari Formula One team, it's an iconic moment in motorsport that we're about to witness. So the idea of owning a Ferrari at the moment is quite appealing. But this is where I start every car shopping journey. I start with the finance company.
I get some quotes, I get ballpark figures, just so that I can understand what sort of budget I'm working with. So I send Matt the WhatsApp links. Lillian Stanley Finance then head out to their lenders to get the best and most competitive rates and numbers that then we have to work with. So I can strongly advise, if you're in the market of buying a car, or if you're interested in buying my Audi R8, whatever car it is that you're looking at, Lillian Stanley Finance fund so many cars like this, have a great relationship with Baytree and dealers all up and down the UK. So if you walk into a dealership and you like the idea of owning this Porsche, that Aston Martin, that Ferrari over there, then Lillian Stanley can help and get you the most competitive finance rates. I'll leave all of the links in the description. Now on to the GT4.
GT4s are very renowned for holding value, which makes them fund very, very well.
Okay.
Dangerous car, this. So, again, keeping the same theme.
Yeah.
£10,000 deposit. When you think of the age of this car,
yep,
all of the features it's got, again, the performance, the specification that this has got as well, £10,000 in, £1,000 a month.
Oh wow, okay. So
Ferrari F430 money.
Yeah.
For a 23 plate Cayman GT4.
Yeah. Beautiful spec.
It is, lovely, lovely car.
2,500 miles. Still within Porsche warranty.
You'd almost say worry-free.
Yeah, yeah. Very much the opposite to buying a 20-year-old Ferrari.
Yeah.
But I'm now looking at cars that I thought might not be too good on finance. Probably I've overlooked.
Yeah, it is very interesting when you start to dig, into the numbers, and I think
every car's different.
It is, yeah.
But it's all down to the lenders, the confidence that they have, and obviously you have a massive pool of lenders that you can then bounce numbers through, cars through.
Yep.
And they see so much, as do you.
We'll bespoke and tailor something to suit an individual's needs and put dreams on driveways. So there's a handover going on outside of a beautiful satin black RS6 Performance that I kind of filmed once we had arrived, but very cool. This is your first time here, right? It's my first time here.
Yeah. So these guys, you've got a great relationship. Many members of staff of Lillian Stanley Finance have been up here, but we thought that we'd come up here together for the first time to check out some of the stock. Super impressive stuff.
Yep.
Hand-picking.
Great setup.
So, yeah. And this is just one of their sites.
It is.
Which is very exciting, and we are hearing about some of the plans of them moving into a bigger, more dramatic unit, which is very exciting. But to play around with some of the numbers through the finance website and with the help of you, and to understand what the Ferrari, the Porsche world looks like, the McLaren, it's all very interesting.
Yeah, pretty cool. Really thankful for Baytree to allow us to come and do it.
Absolutely. And I think out of the four cars, I think the 430 is probably my favourite. Which
it's my favourite.
I know. So I will continue my hunt. Let me know in the comments below whether there's anything sub £100,000 that you think I should buy. But then there's the whole argument of that AMG GTS at 35 grand. I could have bought that, added it in with the A35 AMG, and then still had space to go and get something else. Because that AMG was like 400 quid a month.
Insane.
So there's definitely an argument of spending between £800 to £1,000 per month on one car, but maybe spend 400 on one, 500 on the other.
Yep.
Get two cars, they could be completely different.
Increase the collection.
There's a 981 GT4 outside as well, which again, pretty good value for money.
Very, very good value.
Right, Matt, good to see you.
Take care.
And I will see you very soon. Thank you to the legends at Baytree. We are now going to continue with the hunt. My R8 is still for sale. Get in contact with Matt if you're interested. We've actually put the price to 50 grand now.
£50,000.
Good old winter selling a supercar. See you soon, guys.
See you soon.
Take care. Goodbye.